live.
All right, Mrs. Hummel, this is our audio test. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
You go close that normally out.
High school.
Just so they don't figure out the easy. Yeah, I don't know, right? You can butter. No. I can do that by just forcing it. We'll get a report on volume.
If you're more comfortable right now, feel free.
Not here.
No, she can't hear us. Does somebody have? Do any of you aren't Catholic or like? You should like watch it. Okay, does it look like you? No, it's online here. Yeah. It's you can hear?
You can hear us talking?
That's okay.
There's
There's like a 5 second delay. That's like a 5 second. Okay, hey guys, Logan, could you go please double check with Mrs. Hummel? Thank you.
All right, let's do a buzzer check then. We'll start with our guests from Midland. Introductions.
Sam, can you move your over? Perfect.
Sure.
Okay, my name is Isaac Tower. I'm the current captain of the Scholastic team. And we are coached by my wonderful Mrs. Hill. And my teammates will introduce themselves from the past as well.
All right, RB, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, I can hear you.
And Jackson, can you measure? All right. Okay, so, few reminders. First of all, I will try to talk as loud. If I need to be louder, let me know. But you guys have to be loud when you're giving me your answers so that I can hear you through your math. Remember, do not give an answer until I acknowledge you. And then, I guess, bonus. We all understand how we're doing bonus?
Yeah, we talked slightly about it where instead of lumping all together the corona group, we'll say our distance apart and just write what you think what you want to provide your captain with on your whiteboards. And I've been telling my team not to erase it until we're done with the question, just so that the captain can kind of glance around and decide what he wants to say. And the captain can make their choices of your answers written down on what they want to announce as your team's position. Does that make sense? Just like a sheet of paper.
Jackson? That is incorrect. Noah? That is correct. Okay, bonus. Number 1, social studies, 4 parts in geography. Name the states that have these words on their license plates. Part 1, the Southern state slogan is the natural state. Part 2, live free or die. Part 3, first in flight. Part 4, great faces, great places. Erase the card. Cut it down, please stop conferring. Whenever you're ready.
Part 1, Louisiana.
That is incorrect. You need the older board so you can see it.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say,
Part 2, Pennsylvania.
that is incorrect.
All other parts, Florida.
That is incorrect for all other parts. So all parts are available.
Part 1, Georgia.
That is incorrect for both.
Part 2, North Carolina.
That is correct.
Part 4, South Carolina.
That is correct. Okay, toss up number 2. Language arts spelling. Spell the synonym for adequate that appears in the following sentence. Mark finally has sufficient money to buy his own iPhone. Spell sufficient. Jackson? That is correct. Bonus number 2, fine arts, 4 parts in music. Give the number of beats assigned to each of these notes in a 6/8 time signature. Part 1, an eighth note. Part 2, a quarter note. Part 3, a half note. Part 4, a dotted eighth note. You may confirm. Okay, I'll put this down, please stop confirming. You're ready.
Part 1,
That is incorrect. That is correct.
Part 3,
That is correct.
Part 4.
That is incorrect. So parts 1 and 4 are available.
Part 1, 1.
That is correct.
Part 4, 8.
That is incorrect. Part 4, 3. All right. Toss up number 3, miscellaneous agriculture. When the hard shell of this fruit is removed and what's inside is broken up and dried, the result is a substance called copra that contains a popular cooking oil. Name this tropical fruit whose shell contains 3 indentations that look like a face. Coconut. That is correct. Bonus number 3, language arts, 4 parts in grammar. Identify the word in each of these sentences that functions as the given part of speech. Part 1, the indirect object in the sentence. The owner gave John a discount on his new car. Part 2, the object complement in the sentence. Our new manager has kept the office busy. Part 3, the direct object in the sentence. We gave the tourist the name of a good mechanic in town. Part 4, the subject in the sentence. Was that woman the winner of the 2-week cruise? not by the rules. Okay, concept number 4, social studies, civics. To be convicted of this crime, you must intend to frighten your victim, and your victim must really feel frightened. Name this crime often combined with and committed just before battery. That is incorrect. The correct answer is assault. That was a good one. Yeah.
Do those two words together a lot, don't you?
Like all. Okay. Toss-up number 5. Fine arts, art. 20th century Mexican artists that specialized in this type of painting included David Alfaro Queiroz and Diego Rivera. What type of artwork, exemplified by Da Vinci's The Last Supper, may use techniques like fresco to paint a large picture directly on a wall or ceiling? Bria. That is correct. Bonus. Science, 4 parts in life science. Give these adjectives used to describe a location on the body of an organism. Part 1, an 8-letter term for the front area of the body. Part 2, a 10-letter term for an area at or near an edge. Part 3, a 7-letter term for a side of an organism. Part 4, a 9-letter term referring to the back area of the body. Down to stop and break. Whenever you're ready. That is incorrect for all parts. All parts are available. That is incorrect for all parts. Part 1 is anterior. Part 2, peripheral. Part 3, lateral. And part 4, posterior.
I was forced to.
You
don't have the puzzle system written down, right? You
Did they get it? Did they say be more specific?
Yeah, this is what part of the system is. I'm just thinking.
Okay. All right. Toss up number 6. Language arts mythology. The outlaws he led have sometimes been known as his merry men. Because of his efforts to redistribute wealth, Jonah, Robin, yes.
Who is?
We're not doing Jeopardy. I am not.
Fictional characters for 200.
Oh my goodness. Okay, bonus number 5, mathematics, 4 parts in algebra. Find the indicated value for each of these straight lines. Part 1, the slope of 2x minus 3y equals 7. Part 2, the y-intercept for 4x minus 5y equals 9. Part 3, the x-intercept for 2x minus y equals 8. Part 4, the slope of negative 3 over 2x plus 4y equals negative 3. You may right, toss-up number 7, mathematics, general mathematics, a 30-second question. Two of every 5 students in a school are studying Spanish, and 9/20 of those Spanish students are in Mr. Lopez's class. What percentage of the whole student body is in Mr. Lopez's class? Jackson. That is correct. Bonus number 6. Miscellaneous. 4 parts in consumer economics. Identify these foods that begin with T. Part 1. Made from soybean curd. It is often eaten by vegetarians. Part 2. A small pastry shell with shallow sides and no top crust, often containing pie filling. Part 3. Fiery sauce made from hot peppers, vinegar, and salt, and often added to Mexican food. Part 4. A small orange-colored citrus fruit. Okay, pencils down. Please press your breath. Whenever you're ready. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Okay, toss-up number 8. Science, earth science. The value of this parameter during a rainstorm is usually 100%. What 2-word meteorological term is defined as the amount of water vapor in the air as a percentage of the vapor needed to saturate the air at a given temperature? Mary? That is incorrect. Okay, the correct answer is relative humidity. Okay, toss up. Number 9, social studies, history. This ancient country was divided into parts based on the main river flowing through it. The lower part of this country was in the north, while Jonah? That is correct. Okay, bonus number 7, science, 4 parts in earth science. Answer these from earth science or astronomy. Part 1, during this process, materials on Earth's surface get worn away and moved elsewhere. Part 2, the center of a hurricane or tropical storm. Part 3, this month includes the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. Part 4, this type of moon is larger than a half moon but smaller than a full moon. You may confirm. Okay, pencils down. You have the number. Whenever you're ready. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. That is incorrect. Part 4 is available.
Gibbous?
That is correct.
I'll try to get it. I mean, I memorize all the.
Gibbous?
No, I get it.
Glad you believe your teammates though. Like that. It's a weird word. All right, toss up number 10, science, life science. What organ used by a butterfly to reach the nectar in a flower, starts with P and also describes the trunk of an elephant. Mary, that is correct.
Like seriously, I'm not even kidding.
All right. Bonus. Number 8, social studies, 4 parts in history. Answer these about the 1970s. Part 1. At this Ohio college, National Guardsmen fired on demonstrators protesting the Vietnam War. Part 2. This federal government agency was formed to help clean up Earth. Part 3. This constitutional amendment granted 18-year-olds the right to vote. Part 4. This American swimmer won 7 gold medals at the 1972 Summer Olympics in England. Jamaica. Okay, that's down to step 3. Everybody ready?
For all parts of the time.
That is incorrect for all parts. All parts are available.
All parts. First.
That is incorrect for all parts. Part 1, Kent State University. Part 2, the Environmental Protection Agency or EPA. Part 3, 26th Amendment. And Part 4, Mark Spitz. Okay, toss-up number 11, language arts, literature. First and last name needed. In 2019, this literary character was resurrected for the 5th time as part of an Inventors Academy. Outside of literature, his name is attached to a joke of the type, "I can't find my crutches," he said lamely. Name this character whose stories are credited to Victor Appleton, are often set in Shopton, and feature his elaborate inventions. Alright, the correct answer is Tom Swift. Toss-up number 12, science, physical science. Lead and titanium are among the few metals that cannot be accurately described by this term. What term, exemplified in precious metals like gold and silver, describes a substance that let electricity easily pass through? Noah. That is correct. Bonus number 9, language arts, 4 parts in vocabulary. Name the people who performed these jobs in colonial days. In most cases, your answer will be a common last name. Part 1, he made animal skins into leather. Part 2, he made shoes. Part 3, he made bows and arrows. Part 4, he made barrels. Make it first. Okay, comes down to step 3. Whenever you're ready.
All parts. Copper.
That is correct for part 2. Parts 1, 3, and 4 are available.
For all parts.
That is correct for part 1. Part 2, or I'm sorry, part 3, lecture. And part 4. That is correct.
All right, that's half time. I do have cheeses and goldfish. Most of the things, if you are the person who's already got one, On the roof. I'll grab another one, but you still have yet to get a staff or serve our guests.
I got one. Okay. I was gonna go with one now, and I
There's so many that I knew. I was crazy.
Like it's no, you've got to choose an answer and fuel your knowledge over here.
I'm pretty sure
It's gonna be strong.
Cheez-Its are, just shake it.
Alright. You alright studying crafting? Are you still alright with crafting? Alright.
Dude, if there's a math bonus, it's the first of Noah. You probably could have at least one. Noah, you do the last, you do 3 and 4 for math ones, and I'll try to do 1 and 2. And if you have time, do 1 and 2, because I might not know.
Myself. Wait, no.
I know, and I felt so stupid because I couldn't think
I
of it.
completely forgot. For the X intercept, they were wrong. It's not 4.
And look at the homework in my binder. No, well, 0 is N-O. Denver, 0 means no score.
Not.
Oh, you just put it white and the X. I felt so stupid. I just couldn't think of what your things did. And I was good at it. Yeah.
Because I've done like 5 shows, like from the
Hey.
I was so
cheesy.
You guys did have a butterfly one.
Coconut. Okay, yes, Lauren. Culture. Cool. I think so.
Where did mine from?
He's not gonna take out the 18, Why is there some right now?
I forgot about water.
Yeah, I know that.
Concerning. As long as you get sports and athletics. For stuff with like, I feel like you miss history or like biblical stuff. Especially, I know the benefit of it. I get remembering exactly the other day. What? Yeah. What? Aqua? Refreshments?
Yes.
That's still a
Nah, this is sulfuric acid. Vinegar. Please, you guys know me, I cannot.
I cannot last long.
If you cube the formula for sugar, does that make it sugar cube? I don't know. Just a thought. Why do we call the stuff in Lane's car? If it's like
Also, don't overdrink.
why do we?
I still don't know how that makes sense.
Because it doesn't have an angry, so I'm gonna be the one person actually sleeping water all the time. Darn it. Yep. I can say, get more questions right, isn't it? Neither do I. I don't like the table things in that line. Hold on. I guess
I need a table to sit.
okay, guys, 65 picks, let's go.
It's like, that's a toss up and a full one.
That's seven topics.
If you get 2 toss ups, then you get all 4 parts.
Let's do it. Alright, let's do that.
But then let's do that.
Guys, if you don't know, just guess it right now. If you don't have anything from that, the first no. If you want to alright.
You and your DHMO.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Did we have any? No. Okay. All right. Awesome. Number 13, mathematics, general mathematics, a 30-second question. Divide square feet by this number to obtain square yards. If this integer that is also the cube root of 729 and equal to 4 more than 5. No, that is correct. Okay, bonus number 10, mathematics, 4 parts in general mathematics. Answer these about numbers. Part 1, the largest 3-digit number not divisible by either 2 or 3. Part 2, the 4-digit number with 1 digit repeated 4 times that is divisible by 7. Part 3, give the prime factorization of 5,010. Part 4, 343 is the cube of this number.
Time.
Okay, pencils down, please stop conferring.
I defer to Noah.
Okay,
For part 1, 197.
that is correct.
For part 2, 7,777.
That is correct.
And for part 3, 4,7.
That is correct for part 4. Part 3 is available. Okay. Part 3 is 2 times 3 times 5 times 167. All right. Toss up number 14, social studies, geography. One of its largest tributaries is the Snake River. This major river borders the Tri-Cities area of Washington State, which contains the cities of Kennewick, Richland, and Pasco. Name this river that forms much of the border between Washington and Oregon. The correct answer is the Columbia.
No.
Okay. Toss up. Number 15, miscellaneous popular music. Its 2020 tour featured concerts in 6 cities and included country star Vince Gill while playing their most popular album live during each show. Name this American band whose greatest hits include Best of My Love and Desperado, and that on its tour, quiet. That is correct. Okay, bonus number 11, social studies, 4 parts in economics. Identify these money terms. Part 1, MasterCard extends this financial concept to people who promise by using their card to pay back the money they borrow. Part 2, the 6-letter word is the quantity of things available for sale at any moment and is usually paired with demand. Part 3, this fee is paid to a salesperson for making a sale and is usually a percentage of the sale price. Part 4, if you don't pay MasterCard back on time, they charge you this fee, 1 or 2% of what you haven't paid back every month until you pay them. You may move on. Right, that's the sound, that's not different. Whenever you're ready.
Part 1 credit,
That is correct.
part 2 supply,
That is correct.
part 3 tax,
That is incorrect.
part 4
That is correct. Part 3 is new.
part 3 out.
Okay. That is correct. Okay, toss up number 16, language arts vocabulary. It comes from the French for table covering. Name this common object sold in packages of 500 at Walmart that is placed to the far left when setting the table. Covering. That is correct.
Well, here you go.
Bonus number 12, science, 4 parts in physical science. Answer these about waves. Part 1, the bouncing back of a wave after it strikes a boundary that does not absorb all of the wave's energy. Part 2, the bending of waves by a change in speed. Part 3, the bending of waves around the edge of an obstacle. Part 4, what happens when multiple waves reach the same place at the same moment. Okay, pencil down, please stop conferring.
Part 1 time,
Incorrect.
part 2 time,
That is incorrect for your chart.
part 4
That is also incorrect. Just make Miss Hummel proud. All right, all parts are available.
Okay, all parts convergence.
That is incorrect for all parts. Part 1, reflection. Part 2, refraction. Part 3, diffraction. Part 4, interference.
You don't know how to
All kind of ways. Okay. All right, toss up number 17, science, general science, a 30-second question. Okay, for a temperature T, apply the Celsius to Fahrenheit formula, 9/5 T plus 32. Set that equal to the Fahrenheit to Celsius formula, subtract 32 from T, and then multiply the results by 5/9. Solving for T then gives what temperature below 0 as the point where Celsius and Fahrenheit temperatures are the same.
You're not. Nothing is never missing. Like if you want to,
Well, they got toss up 16. And then you first. 15 and 16.
15, I got it. 1, I think this are happy.
Sam, name that.
Nobody else has it. Sam. There's 1 second left.
You know what?
How about you tell us, go out and over these 3 and we'll look at one.
Oh,
All right?
bye bye, Isaac.
What?
I'm the only bad person now. I know one.
Good job, fellas. Okay.
That's not that bad, Isaac. I'm happy.
Lauren, why don't you sit here?
Wait, Isaac, give me the package.
There.
I want to do this all day.
You can come get your
All right, guys.
Okay,
I just killed my sister. Y'all, okay, so back. They held back, and that's why we got the one wrong. You're right there. Right there. Oh, wait, no, it's right here. What are you doing? By the way, these buzzers are weird.
But he's in the back. This is the North Country.
How am I sitting?
Yay, we have to
Caleb, you're the only male now.
He won't survive.
Be strong.
He won't survive. Hey, no holding back.
But don't make stupid answers.
Okay, Midland, would you like to introduce your new teammate?
I'm Camille, and my teammates will do themselves back and forward. Katarina.
All right, we are on toss-up 18, mathematics, general mathematics, a 30-second question. As a fraction in lowest terms, what part of each 7-day week does Joe spend at work if he is there from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. 5 days a week, and then from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturday? Jackson?
1-4.
That's correct. Okay, bonus number 13, language arts, 4 parts in spelling. Spell these words that end in the F sound. Part 1, tariff. Part 2, mimeograph. Part 3, pilaf, as in rice pilaf. Part 4, petroglyph. You may concur.
Can you repeat part 4?
Petroglyph. Okay, pencils down, please stop, sorry. Whenever you're ready.
Part 1, T, A,
That is correct.
Part 2, MIMBOGRATH.
That is correct.
Part 3, PILOF.
That is incorrect.
Part 4, PETROGLYT.
That is correct. Part 3 is available.
Part 3.
That is incorrect. Part 3 is PILAF.
Oh, okay.
Okay, toss-up number 19, fine arts music. What word, starting with S, describes the rhythm created by placing accents on normally unaccented beats? Audrey.
Staccato.
You repeat that?
Staccato.
That is incorrect. Unaccented beats or parts of beats. Real?
Standalone.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Standalone.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is syncopation.
I would think
Yes.
Okay, toss-up number 20, social studies history. The idea of this country's existence was written in the Balfour Declaration of 1917, where Britain stated that at least part of the land of Palestine should be a national home. Jonah,
Israel.
that is correct. Okay, bonus number 14, science, 4 parts in health. Name the parts of your body containing these bones. Part 1, fibula. Part 2, ulna. Part 3, metatarsus. Part 4, malleus. You may concur. Okay, pencils down, please stop concurring.
Part 1, leg.
That is correct.
Part 2, arm.
That is correct.
Part 3, head.
That is incorrect.
Part 4, throat.
That is incorrect. Parts 3 and 4 are available.
Part 3 feet.
That is correct.
Part 4 skull.
That is incorrect. Part 4, ear, middle ear. Okay, toss-up number 21, language arts literature. This novel, set in the 1860s, tells of a girl living near Downsville, Wisconsin, who encounters nearby Indians. Name this Newbery-winning novel by Carol Ryrie Brink that tells of her grandmother, a tomboy named Caroline. Audrey?
What is the beauty?
Or the one. All right. The correct answer is Patty Woodlawn.
Oh, I should have known that.
No, I'm gonna judge it all now. It's constructive criticism.
Ready for
Okay, toss-up number 22, science, health. Originating in ancient China, it consists of inserting needles into Audrey.
Acupuncture.
That is correct. Bonus number 15, mathematics, 4 parts in general mathematics. A moving van costs $29 a day plus 30 cents per mile driven. Part 1. Steve thinks if he can drive straight through, he can move across the country in 2 days, traveling 3,000 miles. How much would that cost? Part 2. In the end, he stretches the trip out to a week which would add this extra cost for 5 more days. Part 3, if he takes his younger brother along and lets him drive, he will pay $27 more per day for insurance, adding this extra cost for a week's trip. Part 4, if gas is $2 per gallon and the van gets 15 miles per gallon, how much will the gas cost? You may concur. Steve thinks if he can drive straight through, he can move across the country in 2 days, traveling 3,000 miles. How much would that cost? Okay, I'm done. Just got some break. All right, whenever you're ready.
For all parts, 3,100.
That is incorrect for all parts. All parts are available. Okay.
Part 1, $150.
That is incorrect.
All the other parts, 3.
That is incorrect.
I don't know.
Part 1, $958. Part 2, $145. Part 3, $189. Part 4, $400.
I converted $10 and
All right. Toss up number 23, mathematics, geometry. This figure's surface area is 4 pi times the square of its radius, while its volume is 4/3 times pi times the cube of its radius. Name this three-dimensional. Jackson. That is incorrect. Name this three-dimensional figure that looks like a ball. Elizabeth.
A sphere.
That is correct. All right. Toss up, or I'm sorry, bonus number 16, miscellaneous, 4 parts in agriculture. Identify these pieces of horse riding equipment. Part 1, the entire headgear used to control a horse, including the headstall and the bit. Part 2, the long, narrow leather strips attached at one end, part of the headgear. Part 3, a leather or canvas strap that fits under the horse's belly and holds the saddle in place. Part 4, the short whip used by a rider. You may concur. Hi. Okay, pencils down. Please stop conferring whenever you're ready.
Part 1 bridle,
That is correct.
part 2 reins,
That is correct.
part 3 girth,
That is correct.
part 4 prop.
That is correct. Are you a horse rider?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done it in a while because of violin and stuff, but yeah. Cheat sheet.
All right, toss-up number 24, our final toss-up. Social studies, economics. Employees who receive this are considered exempt from labor laws about overtime. Thus, many who receive this regularly work unpaid overtime. Give this term that differs from hourly wages and instead emphasizes an employee's pay by the month or year. Agreed.
Annual pay?
Say that again.
Annual pay?
That is incorrect. I will reset it. Real?
Salary?
That is
Cool.
okay. Bonus number 17, fine arts. 4 parts in drama. Name these Broadway musicals from their songs that include the name of a character. Part 1, The Madness of King Scar. Part 2, Mr. Mistopheles. Part 3, Schroeder. Part 4, Raoul, I've been there. You may concur.
1, 90.
That is correct.
Part 2, cats.
That is correct.
And part 3 and 4, rocky babies.
That is incorrect for both parts. Parts 3 and 4 are new.
Part three was school.
Could you be more specific? Part 3 is You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Oh, but Broadway play wasn't called Peanuts. And then part 4 is The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, I should have
And that is.
We lost my But guess what? I actually lost
We lost by 7.
We lost by 7.
Nice job, Midland.
If I would have been into the first half, we would have gotten something more quick.
Yeah. Me and Lauren were like this.
I should see my notebook.
We were blessed. Oh yeah. I am too. Negative 4. Well, guess what I'm getting our snacks?
With goldfish. We're provided by the other school. Yeah, and what do we do now? We go back to school and guess Mr. Jones. No, Mr. Jansen has to tell us how much we lost. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hacks to everybody. We cannot tell anyone how much we lost by. No one. Not anyone.
We lost by unless they're parents.
Midland, what do we say?
Thanks for coming.
That's my life. Don't hold back.
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna go back.
Let's go sold in the corner. Dude, do you want me to sack roll? And I hurt my knee so bad.
Dude, where's my stuff? Oh, you just left it in the
Unemployment.
I sat
What happened?
No problem. All right, RB.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's captain over here with Charles, Abel, Theo, Josh is captain over here with Levi, Ben, Logan, and Grace.
I
And
want to sit
then
here, but I can't because I'm on. I'll sit here.
Where am I, Mr. Woman? I'll just sit right over here. Neil, you're a traitor. Over there.
I know.
You're the one in white.
No, I'm over
You're
here.
the traitor.
I'm over here. I'm over here.
Actually,
Mr. Woman, over here, over here.
yeah, who is doing the button?
I think
Am I over there?
Oh no, we didn't.
Yeah.
Where am
I think we need to.
you're over here.
Yeah,
Nope, you're over here.
Oh.
No,
You
no,
said
no,
my
no,
name.
you're putting it
Yeah,
on.
Charles, Abel, Theo,
Gosh,
Josh, Levi, Ben, Logan, and Grace.
Wireless buzzers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1,000. Let's borrow.
We'll save up some money.
Let's borrow Marco.
Like a week. Whoa. A week at most. A week at most.
Were those,
That's called
were
begging.
those
I'm
there
usually tighter than me.
all?
Oh.
And erasers?
No, here we are.
Too fast.
Don't touch your face. Hurry. Wyatt,
Go
run.
run till they have their boards and erasers for you.
Oh, ours.
Oh, these ones
These
too?
are ours.
Yeah. All of them?
Yeah.
Even the erasers?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm like, those are nice. I need, those aren't mine.
Before it's actually done with
Eraser.
Yeah, we stole.
Okay, so before we get started, guys, we are, even though this is a scrimmage, you need to, you need to be taking it seriously because, first of all, it's good practice. Second of all, we're still live on YouTube. Okay? And as soon as Mr. Whitman gets our questions, we'll be ready to go.
Oh,
Sure to
subscribe.
drop a like on the video.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.
Should I do scores?
Wait,
That'd be
why?
lovely.
Why are you guys, sir?
Sure.
Make sure to like, comment, and tell us who's your favorite person.
No. Okay, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and check our buzzers. So, the team to my right, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Hannah Hummel. I'm the captain of the Midland Benson Red Team. This is like with the Dustin Bus Star Summit and my teammates will be taking.
Hi, I'm Charles.
Yeah.
Okay, and would the team to my left like to introduce yourself?
I'm Josh Kennel, the captain of the White Royal Benson B team, and they're going to introduce themselves and fastest to slower.
I don't know either.
Ben.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I say every time we have to introduce ourselves.
My name
Every single time at practices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just add a mag or buzz it.
No, we do that everywhere.
I don't know.
Actually, you have too small still. I can't see it. No,
I can't.
What's that
It's
say?
literally way too small.
What does that say? Does that say?
Does that say kangaroo?
Ow, that hurt.
No, leave him. Let him do the ball. Do the ball.
Bit above joke.
I'll go famous for this.
Bit above the.
No, you're not.
Something really stupid's gonna happen.
No, I meant on the
and this
music.
is gonna go viral.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yup.
That'd be legitness.
That'd be
Yes.
That's legit.
Stand up and fall.
I want
That
it
sounded so
viral.
accurate. No, good.
I feel like going viral would be good.
I
Like in literature.
Hey, guys. But the real question is, what is better than a fat hamster? A fat hamster with diabetes.
And a guinea pig.
Fat hamster.
Fine, okay.
With diabetes.
No. Oh, yeah, a fat orangutan with diabetes.
I know.
Okay, guys.
Make the ball viral.
I don't know. It was easier to me than I thought it was.
Yeah, probably.
For sure.
Charles would be the first one to get suspended. Then me, then Logan, then you.
Okay, are we all ready? Okay. Toss up number 1, language arts literature. Frank McCourt's book, Angela's Ashes, and Barack Obama's book, Dreams of My Father, are examples of this genre, along with Nelson Mandela's book, Long Walk to Freedom, and Anne Grace. That is correct. Are you keeping score for this? So I'm just gonna say white and red, is that how they're? Okay, okay. All right. Bonus number 1, social studies history. Name these religions. Part 1, this religion, predominant in India, is the only one of the 5 main world religions with multiple gods. Part 2, it worships Yahweh as God. Part 3, led by gurus, it prohibits haircuts and requires followers to carry a dagger called a kirpan. Part 4, it is considered the ethnic religion of Japan. You may confer. Okay, pencils down, please stop conferring.
For all parts 2.
That is correct for part 1. Parts 2, 3, and 4 are available. That is incorrect for all parts. Part 2, Judaism. Part 3, Part 4, Shinto.
Oh.
Okay.
What was right for that one?
What?
Yeah, that was right.
Okay, toss up number 2, mathematics, geometry, a 30-second question. The volume V of a right circular cylinder with radius r and height h is pi r squared h. Give the volume of a right circular cylinder in terms of V if its radius is 4r and its height is 1/4 h. 27. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. The correct answer is 4B.
Wow, wait. Then you can even know what.
I'm the moderator. I stopped you.
You're probably.
Movie from life in general.
Help.
Okay. Toss up number 3, social studies, history. Okay. In 1970, Hafez al-Assad took over as its dictator and was succeeded in 2000 by his son Bashar, who is now trying to survive a civil war there. Name this Middle Eastern nation. Logan.
Syria?
That is correct.
Nice. We learned about that today. We learned about that today in geography.
Yeah.
So-
No, it wasn't today. It was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Okay, toss up or bonus number 2, science. Physical science. It relates the voltage in an electric circuit to the circuit's current and resistance. Part 1, identify this law named for a German physicist. Part 2, knowing the current and resistance in a circuit, how is the voltage calculated? Part 3, find the voltage in a circuit where 2 amperes of current flow through a 40 ohm resistor. Part 4, for a circuit with a 9-volt battery and current 2 milliamps, calculate the resistance. You may confer. Time. Okay, pencils down for step number 3. Whenever you're ready.
For all parts, Tesla.
That is incorrect for all parts. All parts are available. That is incorrect for all parts. Part 1 is Ohm's law. Part 2, product of current and resistance. Part 3, 80 volts. And part 4, 4,500 ohms. Toss up number 4, science, life science. Since Anton von Leeuwenhoek
We learned about this.
first created this device, its types have included the stereo. Wyatt.
Microscope.
That is correct.
We learned about that in science in year B.
Why do you have these?
Okay, bonus. Number 3, language arts, literature. Name these horses in literature. Part 1, owners of this Anna Sewell title character call him Jack or Old Crony. Part 2, this Marguerite Henry pony is a Chincoteague. Part 3, he is the horse in C.S. Lewis's The Horse and His Boy. Part 4, in a Mary O'Hara novel, she is the friend of Ken McLaughlin. You may confer.
Stop time.
Okay, pencils down. Please stop conferring. Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
Their part was Ronnie.
That is incorrect.
Part 2, Red Baron.
That is incorrect.
The part 3, Mustang.
That is incorrect.
The part 4, Black Beauty.
That is also incorrect. All parts are available.
For all parts swim, it's the wrong horse.
No, that is incorrect for all parts. Part 1 is Black Beauty. Part 2 is Misty or Misty of Chincoteague.
What?
Part 3, I'm not kidding you, part 3 is Breaky, Tiny, Bright.
How did I?
Queen.
Bring me do that!
What?
Bring me tiny.
Can you
No,
repeat
for
that?
sure.
Dang it, I knew it was that.
It was Bree for sure is my friend Flicka. We learned
Like
those in
the
third grade, man.
Yeah.
We learned the mighty chicken McNuggets from McDonald's.
That sounds like a rat. That sounds like a rat.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I'm on.
Hey, drugs. Charles says drugs.
Here we go.
Okay. Toss up 5, fine arts drama. Everyone involved in production of a play typically needs a copy of this to follow the action. Logan, script, that is correct. Okay, bonus. Bonus number 4, miscellaneous sports. Name the NBA teams where these superstars are playing in the 2019-2020 season. Part 1, Russell Westbrook. Part 2,
Sounded on
Howie Leonard. Oh, Howie. There we go. Part 3, Mike Conley. Part 4, Kyrie Irving. You may confirm.
I'm like 90% sure. Oh, I know.
Stop time.
Hey, I don't know me. You don't know my story. You don't know my dad at all.
Stop time.
Okay, pencils down, please stop confirming.
For part 1, Rockets.
That is correct.
For part 2, Raptors.
That is incorrect.
And for parts 3 and 4, Celtics.
That is incorrect for part 3 and 4.
What? Irving is on the Celtics.
All parts are available, or, I'm sorry, parts 2, 3, and 4 are available.
For part 2,
That is incorrect.
for part 2,
That is incorrect. Nope, that is incorrect. Part 2 is Clippers. Part 3, Utah or Jazz. And part 4, Brooklyn or Nets. The
Irving had played for
2019
Celtics.
He did play for
20
Celtics.
He did
Yeah.
play for Celtics.
Yeah, just the wrong season. Okay,
And I know.
toss up number 6, miscellaneous movies. The name of his film company, Happy Madison Productions, comes from his movies Happy Gilmore and Logan.
Adam Sandler.
That is correct.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
I
And you
knew
wear
that.
lots of sand.
Are you sure I got this?
I know, I pressed that so fast.
Hey, bonus, number 5, mathematics, general math. Give the 4 prime factors of the number 3,927. You may confirm.
Stop time.
Okay, pencils down. Where you're ready.
I defer. I forget your name. What are you? address.
Great.
Great.
So good, buddy.
I got you.
For all cars, 1,309.
That is incorrect for all parts.
Diane.
All parts are available. Okay. Part, any order. One part is 3. Another part is 7. Another part is 11.
I knew
and
those.
Another part 17.
I knew all.
I had 2 parts.
He wrote down random numbers.
I
He wrote down Logan wrote down random numbers and had 2 parts.
Did we else have anybody?
said that and not that.
Oh.
Look,
Oh,
I just listed down the digits, and I got 2 right.
There you go. But 9 is not prime, just FYI.
Divisible by 3.
Well,
That's the thing. It's been a long time since you've had me for math.
I know, Charles, it's hard to understand and wrap your mind around the concept of math. It's okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know. That's
Toss up number 7, language arts literature. Set in New York State, animals in this novel include a weasel named the Baron and a falcon named.
I gotta take a call, boys.
What?
That's a nice sounding car.
Hey, it's Brett. All right, hold up. Hold on. Give me a minute. Just go on with the question.
Okay. Toss up number 7, language arts literature.
Shut up.
Set in New York State, animals in this novel include a weasel named the Baron and a falcon named Frightful. Its main character, who runs away from home and lives in the Wyatt.
My side or no?
Yes.
Wyatt.
If somebody would have been paying attention, he would have gotten that toss up.
No, I didn't. I don't know a weasel. The closest thing I know to a weasel is Finnegan that one time he got his hair cut. He looked literally
Wait, who are you talking about?
Finnegan. He
Oh.
looked like a weasel.
Okay.
He
I
had
thought you were
no
talking
tail.
about a kid here.
Okay.
moving on.
Hey, don't even lie. No, sit right. Hey, that was honest. This is not a match. It's not my fault that I have friends.
That's one.
Bonus, number 6, social studies current events. Name the states represented in the U.S. Senate by these 2020 presidential candidates. Part 1, Bernie Sanders. Part 2, Cory Booker. Part 3,
Kamala Harris.
there you go. Part 4, Michael Bennett. You may concur. What?
I can't help that my phone is okay. That's not my fault.
It's not time.
Okay, can I put down the All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
For part 1,
That is correct.
part 2, Oklahoma,
That is incorrect.
part 3, California,
That is correct.
part 4, New York.
That is incorrect. Parts 2 and 4 are available.
For part 2, Connecticut,
That is incorrect.
and for part 4, Utah.
That is also incorrect. Part 2 is New Jersey and part 4 is Colorado.
A dying mule? What?
Okay. Toss up number 8, math.
Gosh darn it, Wyatt.
No. Here we go.
Okay. Concept number 8, mathematics, algebra, a 30-second question. Solve for x in the following proportion. 28 over 57 equals x over 171. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Josh, right? Josh.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it feel?
I was not thinking either. I literally at lunch.
84.
That is correct. And in my defense, he's never actually been exceeded. Okay. Bonus number 7, science, general science. Name these planets. Part 1, this is the smallest planet. Part 2, its ring system is composed of ice rocks and some rocky debris. Part 3, its moons are named mostly for Shakespeare characters. And part 4, its moons are named for minor Greek water goddesses. You may confirm.
No, it's not. It's not.
No. All right, pencils down, that's time. Please stop conferring whenever you're ready.
For part 1, Venus.
That is incorrect.
For part 2, Uranus. For part 3, Jupiter.
That is incorrect.
And for part 4, actually for part 4, Jupiter.
That is also incorrect. All parts are due. That is correct. Still incorrect.
I know. It says for part 3, Saturn.
That is incorrect.
Part 4, Mars.
That is incorrect.
What's part 1?
Number 2 was Saturn.
No, they got part 1.
Part 1 was Mercury, and that was correct. Part 2 is Saturn.
I had
Right.
Part 3 is Uranus, and part 4 is Neptune.
I whenever someone says about planets, whenever I say is the video of the world
Like right now, we're mine.
Concept number 9. Concept number 9, social studies history. He became king of the Lombards 6 years before taking the title king of the Franks. His grandfather, Charles Martel, was the first ruler of the Carolingian dynasty. After the son of Pepin the Short protected Pope Leo III from physical danger, Leo crowned what ruler emperor of the Romans on Christmas Day 800? Anna. That is incorrect. On Christmas Day 800 AD. Great.
Augustus.
That is also incorrect. Charlemagne or Charles the Great.
I was right, King.
Good guesses though.
I guessed my
Okay,
name.
concept number 10, science, physical science. The diameter of this object is often about 3 picometers. J.J. Thomson discovered the smallest part a mass of about 1/2000th of the larger parts of this object. Name this tiny particle suggested by Democritus as the foundation of everything in the universe.
What is
You were just like, thank you for making me stop.
Okay. Bonus. Number 8, language arts vocabulary. These words start with D. Part 1, a tiny bit of rain, or to let something fall on the ground. Part 2, a set of consecutive kings, all related to the previous generation. Part 3, the mother of a horse, or a large object built to hold back water. Part 4, a card used to pay for things that allows money to be taken right from your bank account. You may confer. Okay, pencils down, please stop conferring.
I defer to Grace.
Okay. Part 1, drop.
That is correct.
Part 2, dynasty.
That is correct.
Part 3, dam.
That is correct.
Part 4, debit.
That is
Hey, he said my
You
word.
spelled it wrong.
You really bad?
You said a bad word.
I never thought it had talked with you.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I wrote credit, but then I was like D, and then I'm like, wait, no.
We did all 4.
We did because we're smart. Well, not
Okay, everyone, toss up number 11, language arts literature. As a baby, this son of Jupiter was so ugly that his quiet.
I'm thinking of the Greek version.
Yeah.
St. Jupiter.
You buzzed in?
Sorry, why this time of year?
But why would you buzz in?
Because I was waiting for him to get it wrong and he reset it.
Okay,
Get it wrong.
my point is, why would you not have waited for me to do the rest of the year?
Oh.
Oh, okay, so what do you think? That is correct.
Wow! I was gonna say me because I'm funny.
Okay. Okay, bonus number 9, mathematics, geometry. A set of 3 adjacent angles combine to create a straight line. One is 42 degrees, the second is 8 degrees, smaller than the third. Part 1, what is the sum of the 3 angles in degrees? Part 2, therefore, what is the sum of the other 2 angles? Part 3, what is the smaller of the other 2 angles? Part 4, what is the larger of the other 2 angles? You may concur. Time, whenever you're ready. Go
For
ahead.
part 1, 180 degrees.
That is correct.
For part 2, 158.
That is incorrect.
For part 3, 75 degrees.
That is incorrect.
For part 4, 83 degrees.
That is incorrect. Parts 2, 3, and 4 are incorrect. That is incorrect for all parts. Part 2, 138 degrees. Part 3, 65 degrees. And part 4, 73 3 different. You were close on all of them. All right. Toss-up number 12. Mathematics, general math, a 30-second question. Find the product of the cube root of 5, the cube root of 8, and the cube root of 25. Theo,
38,000.
that is incorrect. The correct answer is 10. So the cube root of 5 is 1. The cube root of 8 is 2. And is that right?
How do you know this?
Yeah.
What's a cube?
2 times
Like the thing that you put in
2
your
times 2
drink?
times 2.
Right.
Yeah, well, I know that.
And
but
then the
what-
like, you know, rational.
Well, I meant the mathematical.
So yeah,
Like the whole 2 side number?
what was the cube root of 5?
But that would be multiplying.
Yeah.
Multiplying the same number
Yeah.
twice.
Wait, what's the cube root?
Oh.
Like the square root is something times something equals, the square root of 100 is 10.
Yeah.
10 times 10 equals 1.
1.5.
This is 3
Yeah,
of the
1
same
and a
number
half.
of
Hey,
times.
guys, I was right. Charles, I was right. It is when you put the little 2 next to the.
And then the
Yeah,
cube
okay.
root of-
Yeah, but
It's
it's,
not an
but
ice
it's like
cube.
the
That
3.
you
No.
put in your
No.
drink.
5 is what?
If you-
Like a square root, but you have to have the
So it's
three
1
numbers
and a half
that
for
are
5.
multiplied equal.
Well,
Whereas
Yeah.
square root is 2 numbers.
And then multiply it. Together. All right. I don't. You're sending me one back? Okay. Okay. Toss-up number 13, social studies, economics. More than 10 million of these documents have now been issued by the U.S. government, including many to individual inventors. Name this legal document authorized by the Constitution. Theo,
Copyright?
that is incorrect. Authorized by the Constitution that for a period of about 20 years secures for investors the exclusive right to their grace. That is correct.
I knew that one too. I was about to buzz into you, but you can't. What?
Okay, bonus, number 10, fine arts, music. Name the Russian composers of these works. Part 1, 1812 Overture and the ballet Sleeping Beauty. Part 2, Peter and the Wolf. Part 3, The Flight of the Bumblebee. And Part 4, the ballets The Firebird and The Rite of Spring. You may concur. Okay, pencils down, please stop conferring whenever you're ready.
For all parts repose.
That is incorrect for all parts. All parts are available.
All parts belong.
That is incorrect for all parts. Part 1, this is the one I know how to pronounce, is Tchaikovsky. Part 2, Prokofiev. What?
Okay.
Yeah. Part 3, Nicholas Rimsky-Korsakov. Part 4, Igor Stravinsky.
All I can think of when I hear that name is Igor from
No, I think of the Humpback and Orchard name.
Why?
Because what's his name, like Iger or Eager?
I know some like Igor, and he's like Igor.
I know this one.
That's how we look like.
He has like a basketball on like the back of his head.
What the? I dropped my eraser and I can't.
All right, toss-up number, what? Toss-up number 14, science, earth science. Its types include wedge, which is wider than it is tall, cone, which is narrower at the bottom than at the top, and rope, which looks like a rope.
No, really?
Dangerous natural disaster whose intensity is measured. Hurricane? No. Josh, was that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Yes, that is correct.
Theo.
It is
Let's
correct.
go, lads.
Can you move your light though? over?
Theo or
Tomato?
Tomato. I love tomato.
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 Bonus,
tomatoes.
number 11, social studies, geography. Name the largest cities by population in these countries, none of which are the country's capital. Part 1, Switzerland. Part 2, Australia. Part 3, South Africa. Part 4, China. You may confer.
Stop time.
All right, pencils down, please stop conferring. Whenever you're ready.
Parts 1 and 2, Missouri,
That is incorrect for both parts.
and for parts 3 and 4, Bangkok.
That is also incorrect for both parts. So all parts are available. That is correct. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. For part 1, Zurich. For part 3, Johannesburg. I think the J is Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
J?
Yeah, I think it's Johannesburg.
Okay, yep. And part 4, Shanghai.
What's the capital of Australia?
Yeah, isn't it?
No.
What?
No.
Sydney.
We
Remember
went through, but we went through. that.
We went through the capitals.
Yeah, well, I have
practice.
short-term memory loss, so just may not.
Dementia.
Stop making me. I got the buzz at least once tonight.
No, it's Canberra.
Wait, where is Bangkok? Is it in Japan?
Yeah,
South Korea?
you look like a South Korean. Don't know what that means, but.
All right.
I look like a Kiwi.
Number 15, toss up number 15, fine arts music. Its accessories include a loop to hold it with and a metal striker or beater to hit it with. Josh. Wrong. That is incorrect. Usually open at one corner, its sound is sometimes used on a ranch to indicate that. Wyatt,
Triangle?
that is correct.
Yep.
I went
You know,
like,
if you stay there.
I went like this.
You didn't know the answer if you stayed
I
there.
went like this.
Yeah, the
It was.
I was gonna say a cowbell. So.
Same, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, so I guess that'd be a good guess.
Okay, bonus, number 12, science, general science. Give these temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit to the nearest degree. Part 1, water freezes. Part 2, water boils. Part 3, normal human body temperature if you don't have fever. Part 4, normal room temperature. You may concur.
I know one, so there's two in next time.
Oh, great.
Stop time. Stop time.
Stop. bottom. Yeah. Pencils down, please stop confirming.
Part one, 22,
That is correct.
part two, 56,
That is incorrect.
part three, 98,
That is incorrect.
part four, 68.
That is correct. So parts 2 and 3 are labeled.
For part 2, 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is correct.
And for part 3, 99 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is correct.
112.
99 degrees is a
They changed,
98.6.
So out of wheels.
no, they just changed it though to 99 is now a normal.
No, it is not. You 100% have a
Here's
big
one.
No.
98.6 is all.
I just said
It's
it.
not. Yeah, that's
So like
99.
104 or something like that is when
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like really
Yeah, they're one of like 104, but there was something they changed the average human temperature.
One time I had a 160.
Well, the earth is getting hot.
I got 100.
Guys, one time I had a 106.2 fever. That's probably where all my brain's going. You're not supposed to agree with that.
All right.
Well, leave
Yes. Toss up number 16.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous sports.
Very much.
This first freshman to win college basketball's major annual awards for players was drafted by Seattle after a year at the University of Texas. After playing in Oklahoma City and creating a formidable duo with Russell Westbrook, what small forward listed as Theo?
Chris Paul.
That is incorrect. Listed as 6'9", but actually, Logan,
Kevin Durant.
that is correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you should have waited for the rest to answer the question you asked. You know for sure.
I mean, if he
I knew for
knows.
sure as soon as you said that. 6'9".
What? How can you tell a
Chris Paul
person?
Because there's
by
not a
their
lot of
height?
people in the NBA who are exactly 6'9".
6'9".
Most of them are
Okay, what if I
like
said
6'4".
5?
He's tiny. He's a
How much
midget.
is that?
I'm a
My
hundred
parents
of
probably
Mason.
say Chris Paul because he's about 5'10", 5'11".
Mason.
Mason's
Not
a Mason.
everyone.
Mason could, like, in,
He's actually 7 feet tall in shoes. That's what it is.
that's impressive.
She says shoes are like 5 inches big.
That's us.
That's
He
like
must wear
not,
like 20.
that's not correct.
He must wear like stinking 20s.
Well, first of all, that's only 3 inches.
That's, you shouldn't have 3 in shoes.
Wait, what?
I'm short of Mr. Whitman.
Bonus number 3.
Oh, wait.
Bonus 13, language arts spelling. Spell these words that sound exactly the same when spoken by most people. Part 1, an object won by the top 3 finishers in an Olympic event. Part 2, a hard material like steel or copper. Part 3, a quality of temperament or something you might test during battle. Part 4, to bother other people by inserting yourself into their affairs without their permission. You may
Stop time.
Okay, pencils down, please stop conferring.
For part 1, MEDAL.
That's correct.
For part 2, METAL.
That's correct.
For part 3, METTLE.
That's correct.
For part 4, MEDDLE.
That is correct.
Let's go lab.
I got 3 of them.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
I got metal and metal.
I forgot.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh.
All right.
I'm so smart, guys.
Toss up number 17, language arts and vocabulary. In medicine, this noun may mean an area of the digestive or respiratory system. In real estate, it's an area of land where a large set of homes will be built. Give this 5-letter word that is also a pamphlet created by a political organization or church to explain themselves to others. Levi,
A pamphlet.
that was not a good guess. It has a work, he was living in Quick.
Oh.
Oh, well, I didn't do that.
Wyatt.
Miscellaneous.
That is not
You
correct.
look like a mole.
I have no idea.
He knows that it-
Tract.
I
Digestive tract.
Oh!
And
I don't have a digestive tract.
No.
It's gone.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
All right, toss up. Number 18, mathematics, general mathematics, a 30-second question. Find the cost of Barry's proposed rose garden with 20 rows of bushes and 30 bushes per row if each bush costs $12 to install. Great.
720.
The correct answer is 7,000.
Wait, what was the question? I didn't get it.
They were about
Like, you
Barry.
guys like pineapple?
Too late.
They were about Barry.
It's 7,200.
It was like
You're
20.
missing a zero.
Oh no, it's 20 rows
Yeah.
of bushes.
It was 20 rows of bushes, 30
Yeah, that's
bushes
right.
per row, and $12.
For some reason,
How
I
did
said
you
20
get
bushes
Aries?
and 30
I
rows of
swore
bushes.
I
heard
Like,
it.
what?
Oh, not roses,
Yeah.
rows.
I mixed
I
it
thought you
up.
said
Mom, in my pineapple?
That's not
I
wrong.
thought she said Barry.
Unrelated to this topic.
But it's good, isn't it?
Not really.
No, not really, Levi.
You're very understanding.
How about you try to do the math?
All right, I have 19.
do math.
Social studies, history. His Baltimore statue was removed as part of a Confederate purge that also removed the statue of Robert E. Lee, his superior officer. Identify the Southern general who died after losing his left arm at the Battle of Champs. Grace.
Dude. No, that is mine.
Custer.
No, that is incorrect.
Still on that.
That is correct. Waiting for me to answer, read the rest of it though.
Did you say custard?
Custer.
Custard.
I was gonna say, isn't that
Culver's
like
custard ice cream.
Culver's custard is wrong?
It's legit the bomb.com.
There you go.
It's legit.
Bonus, bonus.
Well, read it. Read it. Here, I can give you the question. I'll read it, Mom. I'll read it. I will read it.
Is it nasty?
I'll read it.
The worst set of questions I have ever.
I'll read it. Careful, Mom. You can't offend the snowflake.
Exactly, Levi. Thank
Yeah.
Me, you know, about-
Like Mr. Potato Head.
Like Mr. Potato Head.
Okay, here we go. Bonus, number 14, miscellaneous food. Name these countries from their national food. Part 1, goulash, a beef stew with lots of paprika. Is it with the W or V? What's the word for it? V? Okay. Part 2, a beaver schnitzel. Veal cutlets. Part 3, bulgogi, spicy marinated meat often served with kimchi. And part 4, Vegemite, a jar of bread spread made from yeast. You make some.
Sit down time.
Okay, let's sit down, please stop conferring. You're ready.
Part 1, India.
That is incorrect.
Part 2, Germany.
That is incorrect.
Part 3, Japan.
That is incorrect.
Part 4, Australia.
That is correct. Parts 1, 2, and 3 are available.
For part one, Switzerland.
That is incorrect.
For part two, Russia.
That is incorrect.
For part three, India.
That is incorrect. For part 1, it is Hungary, usually called Hungarian.
I'm hungry.
Part 2, Austria.
Oh, that one.
And part 3, Korea. So what do you guys
How
have to guess?
about the afternoon?
Isn't Austrian like a type of chicken? Is there like
Chick-fil-A chicken is all the chicken I eat.
I'll call my chicken, but-
I feel like that was really like maybe.
Okay. How did you guys know Vegemite?
Wiener Schnitzel. That's
How
how.
did you know?
Isn't it
Did
in the
you know it
one?
or did you just guess?
I knew it, but I didn't know how.
Oh, wait, no.
It was just stuck up.
Is it? I knew it was
United Kingdom or Australia.
I would have put Wiener Schnitzel.
Okay, toss up number 20, science, physical science. Its atoms commonly have 5 electrons available for covalent bonding with other elements. Studied in organic chemistry, a radioactive isotope of this metalloid is used in the dating of fossils less than 50,000 years old.
I know.
Anna. That is incorrect. Name,
Better get right.
mercury. That is incorrect. Name this element with an atomic number of 6. Yeah.
Iron?
Carbon dating with fossils.
Carbon dating?
Carbon dating. to check
You can
the-
tell
You're
how-
Why are they carbon dating?
Why are you
You
dating?
tell how old things are, it's based on the amount of carbon.
Dating
Toss
carbon.
up, toss up, number 21, language arts, grammar.
Does it say Wiener Schnitzel?
In languages other than English, this verb form is often only one word, such as schreiben in German or comer in Spanish. Identify this base form of a verb that in English contains 2 words, the first of which is the 2-letter word to.
As in Tito.
I don't like that.
Theo.
To go.
That is incorrect. Levi. That is also incorrect.
Is it like to
Wiener
love or
Schnitzel.
something like that?
And infinitives. I wanted to know what they were called.
Oh, I thought it meant like a word.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Toss up 22, mathematics, general math, a 30-second question. Calculate 5 2/7 minus -3 1/14.